Hello and welcome to Verdictum. I am Ananya Singh and you're watching today's legal news, where we update you with the recent important legal developments across the nation. Here are the headlines. Supreme Court resumes hearing of pleas challenging the abrogation of Article 370 for the 15th day today. Suspension of J&K Lecturer who appeared before the Apex Court challenging the abrogation of Article 370, revoked by admin. Supreme Court to introduce digital Supreme Court reports, CJI announces. Allahabad High Court sits at 8 p.m. on Sunday night to register suomoto PIL on alleged gang rape of woman cop found injured on Saryu Express. Advocates across Uttar Pradesh strike in protest of Lathi Charge by police on lawyers in Hapur. Now let's take a detailed look at the headlines. A 5-judge constitution bench of the Supreme Court, comprising the Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud, along with Justice S.K. Kaul, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Justice B.R. Gavai and Justice Suryakant, resumed the hearing of the batch of pleas challenging the abrogation of Article 370 for the 15th day today. On the last date of hearing, the Apex Court was told by Senior Advocate Rakesh Dwivedi that the word recommendation in Article 370 Clause 3 meant the assent of the Constituent Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir was not necessary in order to abrogate Article 370. He also said that the J&K Constituent Assembly was bound by Article 1 of the Constitution and it could not declare itself a federal unit of India. Amidst the ongoing hearings, an intervention application was also filed by a Kashmiri Pandit group, questioning the credentials of the J&K National Conference Party leader Akbar Lone, who is one of the petitioners in the case. The intervention application filed by Roots in Kashmir alleges Lone is a supporter of secessionist forces operating in J&K and supports Pakistan. The application highlighted that Lone was a member of the Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly from 2002 to 2018 and on several occasions shouted slogans like Pakistan Zindabad on the floor of the assembly. Lone is being represented by Senior Advocate Kapil Sibbal in his plea that challenges the abrogation of Article 370. Today, the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta also talked about the application before the top court and said that Lone should file an affidavit stating that he owes allegiance to the Constitution of India and must say that he strongly opposes terrorism and secessionism in Jammu and Kashmir. The SG further said that Lone, being a member of parliament, is not an ordinary man, and despite it being brought to the notice of the court, if he does nothing, it might encourage others. The efforts of the nation to bring in normalcy, which is substantially successful, might be affected. Coming from responsible leaders, it has its own seriousness, the SG remarked. The arguments were then conducted by Senior Advocate V. Giri, who also talked about Lone briefly and said that somebody before the highest court of the land challenges presidential orders and he has not apologized for his statement. His submission should be taken only if he apologizes. The bench in this regard said that it will seek a response from the lead petitioner on allegations of shouting pro-Pakistan slogans. Thereafter, Mr. Giri read from Dr. Ambedkar's speeches on federalism during the Constituent Assembly debates and told the court that Dr. Ambedkar justified the slanting of power in lawmaking towards the centre. Mr. Giri also highlighted that there are 2 or 3 features which emanate out of Article 370. One is that Parliament requires the consent of the state government in relation to matters included in List 1 and 3, but not relatable to instrument of accession. He also said that if Article 370 is resurrected, it would be violative of the basic structure of the Constitution. On this, the CJI remarked, this might be a little too far-fetched because then that would be a postulate that original Article 370 was violative of the basic structure. The suspension of lecturer Zahoor Ahmad Bhatt, who appeared before the Supreme Court challenging the abrogation of Article 370, was revoked by the Jammu and Kashmir administration. On August 28th, Senior Advocate Kapil Sibbal flagged the issue of Bhatt's suspension days after he appeared before the top court. Bhatt had appeared before the top court on August 23rd and the order of his suspension was passed on August 25th. Mr. Sibbal has said that the suspension order was not fair. Following this, the Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud asked the Attorney General R. Venkatramani to look into the matter. The Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud today announced that the Supreme Court will be introducing digital Supreme Court reports in the upcoming weeks. He said that the digital SCR will be introduced alongside the existing eSCR. The CJI said that digital SCR will have volumes now, and the footnotes are also updated till about last month or so. The headnotes are also updated, and our entire SCR editorial team has also been revamped. This is all free and benefits law colleges who cannot afford such paid subscriptions. Chief Justice Pritinkar Divakar and Justice Ashutosh Srivastava of the Allahabad High Court convened a bench at the residence of the Chief Justice at 8 p.m. on a Sunday night yesterday. The bench sat to take suomoto cognizance of the attack on a woman cop who was found in a pool of blood inside the Saryu Express at Ayodhya Junction. The court took cognizance of the case based on a WhatsApp video of the victim, who suffered deep facial cuts and severe head injury. The incident was reported by a passenger who boarded the same train, and a video footage has also went viral, showing the victim struggling in pain and without her lowers when discovered injured. An FIR under Sections 332, dealing with the punishment for voluntary causing harm in order to deter a public servant from doing his duty. Section 353, providing with the offence of assaulting or using criminal force to deter public servant from discharge of his duty. And Section 307, that provides with attempt to murder, was registered. However, Advocate Ram Kaushik, representing the victim, submitted that looking at the condition of the victim, Sections 376 and 376D, dealing with the offences of rape and gang rape, should also be invoked and added in the FIR. The court has issued notices to the Director General of Railway Protection Force, Railway Secretary, Home Secretary of UP Government, and the Uttar Pradesh Commission for Women. The court also directed that the case diary be presented before it by the state and the investigation officer to be present before the court today at 12 noon. Advocates across the state of Uttar Pradesh have boycotted work and went on a 3-day strike beginning today. The move comes as a mark of protest against the recent incident of Lathi Charge on lawyers in Hapur district. The decision was taken by the Uttar Pradesh Bar Council on Sunday. The General Secretary of the Lucknow Bar Association, Advocate Kuldeep Naren Mishra, said that on the call of the Bar Council, we are on strike. We will be meeting the district magistrate and hand him over a memorandum of our demands. That was all on today's legal news. Thank you and keep watching Verdictum, and subscribe to our channel and download the Verdictum app on iOS and Android to keep yourself updated with authentic legal news.